Hey guys, welcome back. We are back at Primavera's College and Career Fair, and we have Stephen Carter from ASU, and he is here to talk all about ASU, and we'll go into more detail. Stephen, take it away.
Yeah, thanks so much. I'm from Arizona State University. I'm what's known as an admissions representative. Our office is basically here to kind of help out students with any questions they have about the admissions process. So I answer questions all the time about the admission requirements, about scholarships, about financial aid, about housing and orientation, cost of attendance, majors, clubs, anything you can possibly imagine at ASU is what I'm trying to say. So if you ever have questions, I'm actually the representative for Primavera. So
Great.
For anybody who's interested in coming from high school to ASU, I'd be your resource. So feel free to email me or call me if you ever have any questions.
Awesome, and hopefully you guys were listening to that, because again, we talk all the time, just like NAU before, we talk all the time about I can answer so many questions, and then it's great to just go ahead and give ASU, give the school a call. And so you'll be talking with Stephen.
Yeah.
So it's great that he's here to give you some more information tonight. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. All right, so I guess we'll just jump right in. So Arizona State University is known as the New American University, which is kind of a confusing term. Basically, it was established by Michael Crow. He's our current president, our 10th president in the history. And he established this motto upon 3 pillars, which are access, excellence, and impact. So we want students to have access to an affordable education so that they can really get the access to the knowledge and resources they need. Excellence, and then we have excellent faculty and staff to support you throughout the process. So from day one to graduation and beyond, you really have the tools and support you need. And then impact, in that once you go on to graduate, get that dream job, go into that green grad school, all that kind of stuff, you'll really have the tools that you get from ASU to really go out and impact society. So,
Awesome.
That's what we're all about here at Arizona State University.
Powerful motto.
Yeah. And it's been shown a lot to give us some different standings and that kind of stuff. Well, there you go. Okay.
There we go.
So a lot of the things that I like to kind of boast about is that we have some of the top programs in the nation, about 300 programs that are different to explore. So everything from business to engineering to journalism to nursing and anything you possibly imagine. I'll go over some helpful degree search tools later so you can kind of get a sense for what those are like. We have 5 unique locations across the Phoenix metropolitan area. Each one is kind of distinctly meant for a certain type of student, so we understand that one size does not fit all. So that's kind of our sense of getting every single student kind of what they want. We also have online programs as well for students who want to stay on that online track. We boast a 22-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. So for every 22 students, there is 1 full-time faculty member ready to support them throughout the process. 85% of those faculty have the highest degree in their field, so they're very top-notch people looking to kind of teach our students. And then we also have about $1 billion in types of financial aid. So lots of funding and resources available for students to kind of help them out throughout the process as well.
And I know that students talk a lot about, ASU is so huge. Well, how can I possibly? It sounds like you have ways for students to break it down, make it smaller, make it more accessible, and make it relevant. So definitely talk with Stephen, you guys, because he can guide you to those ways to break it down, make it smaller, make it more accessible.
Yeah, and I was an ASU student myself, and what I really found is that we really use the largeness that we have to our advantage, when it comes to finding students access to internships, research, community involvement, engagement, and also just having a lot of unique opportunities for a lot of programs and that kind of stuff. But we really try our best, and we succeed in our best to make it feel like a smaller kind of class size. And I'll kind of talk about some stuff later that has to do with that. We're known as one university in many places. There we go. So with one application, you're granted access to multiple different campuses. Our downtown Phoenix campus is in the heart of downtown Phoenix. It's got programs like journalism, nursing, criminal justice, social work, nonprofit, a lot of programs for the public purpose. So this is important for those types of programs because that's where all the major hospitals, news media outlets, police stations, courthouses are located. So we really strive in getting our student internships in those fields because those are the types of fields, that it's important to get in the real life experience before you do graduate.
Very purposeful.
Exactly, yeah. And it's right in the heart of downtown Phoenix, so it's very urban and bustling and all that kind of stuff. There we go, Polytechnic campus is located out in East Mesa. It's kind of a smaller, kind of technical location. So students who are interested in engineering, anything in technology, graphic design, gaming, flight management. We also have a flight school out there since it's located right next to the airport over there. It's also boasts kind of a small campus size. So for students who are looking for something a little bit smaller, a little more personal, that's definitely a good campus option for them as well.
Great.
Really works well for those students who are very kind of lab-focused, team-focused learners. So that's really what they focus on there. The Tempe campus is located right in the heart of Tempe, very much a college town kind of feel. So if you're looking for that large kind of college town, research-oriented kind of university, this would be a great spot for you. The Tempe campus has programs in business, engineering, design of the arts, sustainability, liberal arts and sciences, basically anything you can imagine is located at the Tempe campus. And a lot of great resources and kind of facilities to help out students in those programs.
Right. This might be the one that students are most familiar with from what I hear. So.
It's our oldest campus and our largest campus. Yeah. And then the West Campus is located out in Glendale, just up to 17. So this has got programs in kind of interdisciplinary arts and sciences. They're kind of like our smaller liberal arts college kind of feel. So for students interested in maybe psychology, English, sociology, one of those programs that are looking for a kind of smaller, kind of private college kind of environment, the West Campus is a great way to do that without breaking the bank. So
great, awesome. Who knew that at a school of how many tens of thousands is total?
We have about 58,000 undergraduates.
Yeah, and who knew that you could have that small liberal arts feel? That's awesome, you guys.
Yeah, and for the same price as well.
Yep.
And then we also have our program like Havasu City. So this is a program more so meant for students in that area, but we have about 10 different programs there. If you're looking to get involved in something from the ground up, that'd be a great spot for you to go. Our Barrett Honors College is a unique opportunity for students to kind of get some honors opportunities within ASU. For anybody who's really challenged by courses and kind of wants to, keep on challenging themselves in college, it's definitely a great application process for you. They require some separate stuff like an essay, letters of recommendation, honors and awards, that kind of stuff. So for any students interested in that, you can enter in your freshman year or either enter in your junior year as well if it's something you become interested in later.
And they go through the application process sophomore year then.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, great.
This is our degree search, very helpful tool for you guys who are not quite sure what you want to do yet, or even if you're completely sure and you just want to get to know more about what your degree program is, this would be a great spot for you to start. So the website is asu.edu/degrees. I'm on here all the time actually looking up stuff for students because this is basically your one-stop shop for everything you could possibly want to know. So it's organized so you can search alphabetically by college, by location, by interest. You can also search by keyword. So on here I was searching by sports and it'll pop up any major that has anything to do with sports. So you'll see on here, some different programs such as business side of sports, community sports management, kinesiology, which is like the exercise side of sports or the science side of sports, as well as like secondary education. So really anything that has to relate with that topic that you type in can pop up for you. For anything you click on, it'll give you program descriptions, which will kind of go over with you the different kinds of things that your program's going to require. It'll go over math intensity, basically everything you could possibly want to know about stuff. If there's any, direct admission requirements that are different from our regular admission requirements, it'll post them there as well. It'll also show you career opportunities and salaries. So essentially, if you go on here and you look at different careers and you say, oh, this would be an interesting one for that, you can click on it. It'll tell you what the career is about and how you can get involved in that career, but you can kind of know that's a good major to start there. My favorite one is actually the major map. And this will actually tell you the courses you take over the 4 years. I find this is very helpful for high school students to kind of help gear them towards a career that's kind of best for them. A lot of you guys kind of know what kinds of classes you enjoy, but you might not know what that translates to into a major or into a career. So starting out looking at the classes you're taking can really kind of help you to get excited or maybe not so much excited about a major you're looking at. It can really kind of make it real for you and give you a sense for what that major actually is. So
absolutely.
Very helpful tool for you. I definitely recommend for any major or any kind of career you're considering to utilize our degree search tool and just to kind of do some exploring just to make sure it's right for you.
And absolutely, you guys, I talk to students all the time about the learning about college process is kind of a research project in itself. And what we've done, what Stephen's shown you here is what the research project looks like for you to, and how easy it is for you to get in there and find this information. So this is the research that you want to do when you're trying to make your decisions. So thank you.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
There we go. I'm going to go over admission requirements, that kind of stuff. So this is how you access the application. It's just students.asu.edu/freshmen. If you go onto that page, there'll be some links to the application itself and also admission requirements. So for students interested in entering from Primavera directly to ASU, we have basically two kind of requirements this way. This is very similar to NAU, U of A. We all follow the same kind of standards. The first one is to meet these 16 core classes, so English, math, lab science, that kind of stuff. If you're following your counselor's requests and recommendations, you should be just fine with this. You know, if you're missing 1 or 2 classes, it's usually okay. We just ask that they're not in the same subject area or a combination of math and science.
And again, I can't stress this enough, you guys. I'm working with students on this all the time, and I'm the one setting your schedule, and I'm the one planning you out, as well as the other counselors. But it's important that you communicate with your counselor as soon as possible if you are university bound, so that we can plan you appropriately. Okay?
Exactly.
Awesome.
The second requirement here is to meet one of the 4 competency requirements. So you can be in the top 25% of your graduating class of Primavera. You can also have a 3.0 in your competency courses. Those are just those 16 core courses I listed before. You can also meet with the SAT and ACT requirement. And some students say, you know, oh, I already have a 3.5 GPA. Why would I even bother taking the SAT or ACT? At that point in time, it helps you out a lot when it comes to scholarships. So it's not the most fun thing in the world, I understand, but it can definitely help you out in that sense. But also, we can meet those with the mission requirements. So if you have a 2.9 GPA, you can take the SAT, and if you get a 1040 or above, then you are guaranteed admission to ASU.
Awesome.
And there are some programs with higher mission requirements, stuff like business, engineering, nursing, and journalism. So if you're interested in those programs, look on our degree search website. It'll lay out exactly what those mission requirements are as well. For any of you interested in transferring potentially from community college to ASU, there are different admission requirements. So if you're interested in that sense, we're looking for a 2.0 GPA if you're graduating with your associates. If you're graduating with the AJEC or with some credits coming in, maybe 24 or above, we're looking for a 2.5 GPA. So just make sure you meet that GPA requirement for any of those transferable credits coming in, and you will be good to go for admissions for that point as well.
And to clarify, you're looking at the transcript from the community college, not
That's
from
correct.
high school.
Yep, so anything, if you get 24 credits or above, which is about a year's worth of courses, we're gonna completely, basically wipe you as a clean slate for your high school stuff. So we'll look to see that we graduated from high school, of course, but as far as that goes, once you have 24 credits coming in from community college, we'll look at only your community college coursework.
Absolutely, and we talk to students about that a lot, so that's awesome information. I appreciate you sharing that.
Of course. And like I said, I mean, with the transfer students, we have a lot of great programs transferring in. So that degree search you were looking at before, any of those majors you can choose and actually do a MAP program, which is a pathways program through our Maricopa Community Colleges. So if you're ever interested in finding out more about that, you can basically just Google ASU MAP. It'll pop up some information for you where you can search by major. And you basically have 2 years of courses that you can take and then transfer directly over to ASU. Makes it very simple for you to know exactly which courses you're supposed to be taking at that point in time.
Cool.
So steps to apply, go online to our website, asu.edu/apply. Make sure you apply early if you're interested, just because we'll be able to kind of get you through more at that point. You'll have more time to kind of consider stuff. Make sure you send over your official high school transcripts, any college transcripts if that's you, directly to ASU. If you have any SAT or ACT scores, make sure you send those over, and then also monitor your application status on your MyASU. This will be a page that you'll basically kind of use throughout the application process. It's our one-stop shop for everything ASU. So you'll see a kind of demonstration on here. There's some information on the majors you're interested in. There's some information on the kinds of things you're missing. So if we're missing a transcript from you, if we're missing an application fee from you, it'll be posted on your MyASU. You'll also have options to check your residency status, to change your major, to look into more information about your degree program, that kind of stuff. Once you're admitted to ASU, you'll have more information on kind of exploring kind of your next steps, that kind of stuff. So it's very much a tool you'll use throughout the entire application process that I definitely encourage you guys to utilize.
Looks like this simplifies the process pretty well.
Yes. Housing is encouraged for students. It's not necessarily a requirement anymore, but it is a high recommendation because we do housing by residential college. And basically what that means is that students who are business or house with other business majors, engineering with other engineering majors, this makes it nice because you're automatically kind of put into a cohort of smaller students. So we like to utilize our largeness, but also kind of make it feel like a smaller community. So if you're with engineers in the dorms, you're also most likely to see them in the classes, also likely to see them in the dining hall. So automatically this large campus is kind of becomes familiar and small because you see the same faces all the time at ASU. So we also find it helpful because we put tutoring centers and support services located directly downstairs of the residential halls. So it makes it really easy for you to get that free tutoring help, to get your advisors that are right next to you, and to make sure you have the resources you need to really succeed in your major.
And I know freshmen are encouraged to live on campus because there's a good correlation between freshmen living on campus, especially living with people in their area, and being successful your freshman year. So yeah, awesome.
I found a good correlation. It's scary, definitely. I was scared of it my freshman year, but once you get through it, once you get through your first 3 weeks, it's a lot of fun. So So this is basically just cost of attendance right over here. So you'll see our tuition and fees right now is about $10,000 with room and board and books and supplies. That a cost adds on. So obviously you can look at not doing room and board on campus and doing off campus instead. That'll adjust your costs. So we do have some calculators online that you can use to make sure that you get your direct cost of attendance that applies to you. We have a lot of scholarships posted. So for anybody interested in ASU, we have our scholarship portal. This will have any private, departmental, donor scholarships located on here. I definitely encourage you guys to check this out and to apply for as many scholarships as possible. The more scholarships you apply for, the more likely you'll get some.
That's right.
And also we have a scholarship estimator. So for any of you interested in coming in from high school to college, you can use this to basically put in your SAT, ACT score, GPA, class rank. It'll tell you which scholarship you would be considered for at that point in time. And we have a lot of opportunities for study abroad, basically about 250 programs in over 50 countries. So if that's something you're looking into in your junior, senior year, your sophomore year, that's definitely an option for you as well. We're also very involved at ASU, have a lot of clubs and organizations. I myself was part of an a cappella group when I was in college. We were called Priority
nice.
Male. We were all male, if you get it. No?
Priority
there you go,
Male.
yeah. So
Good.
you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner, actually, that's our Quidditch team. They made it to the World Cup 2 years ago. So pretty cool stuff there. So anything that you can possibly imagine to do as far as clubs and organizations go, you can really find.
Great.
And also don't forget, the support system you have around you. So utilize, the people around you, the faculty, the staff, the students. There's going to be a lot of support system coming on at ASU. So it's really up to students to kind of utilize that. But if you are looking to get some support, you'll find it at ASU. And that about does it for me. So just make sure if you're interested in applying, apply early. And if you have any questions, come find me. I'm your guy.
I think that's a theme with ASU, you guys. Whatever questions you have, ask. Don't be shy. Ask them. That's a wealth of information,
Yeah.
and the website is just so user-friendly, and I really appreciate that, and I know students will too. So reach out, you guys, if you have any further questions. Thanks again for attending, and stay tuned for more Arizona Colleges coming up.
Thanks, guys.